Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. This is 162 games Major League season. No skipped innings, no simulated games. The game number 129 out of 162 plus, and it's 162 plus because you don't just play a regular season. Your intention is to win the division, make the playoffs, go to the World Series, so on and so forth. Actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe playing Major League Baseball against legends past and present. So the Avengers are in the National League West. They are the Hollywood Avengers, 82 and 46. 3-game set at Washington. Won the first game 7-5. This is game number 2 on a Saturday afternoon. Let's play this game. Let's do this game. Play game. Play the game. Play full game. We are the home team at Crosley Field. Looks good. Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, is the starting pitcher. Skip that. I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me, and the difficulty setting for this season, hitting and pitching, is set to All-Star. I also do play-by-play. Hopefully you can stand the sound of my voice. Sometimes I can't bear it, but thank you for being with me. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the account if you so desire. Welcome for some Major League Baseball here at Crosley Field, the designated home ballpark for the Avengers. Washington Nationals visit the Hollywood Avengers. Let's do this. On the mound for the Avengers, Star-Lord Chris Pratt, going for win number 13. He's 12-5 with a 4.24 earned run average. We are in the middle of August. The season is winding down. Tyrone Taylor leads off for the Washington Nationals. $147, 2 homers on the season. Obviously some kind of injury replacement or basically just giving a starter a day off. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Avengers are 1 game back in the National League West. Obviously they have a chokehold on one of the wild card spots. So, but you know what? We're not going to settle for a wild card spot. We're going to go for the division. Circle change finds the outside corner. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Taylor. Strike 3 called. Looked like it was inside. Called 3rd strike. First strikeout for Chris Pratt. Here's the replay. I mean, I thought it was high and inside, but you know what? I'm not a Washington Nationals fan. I'll take it. Next up, Pee Wee Reese, the shortstop, hitting .299, 19 homers, 69 RBIs. Here comes the pitch from Pratt. And that is a deep fly ball, but slicing out of play for strike 1. So the Avengers, 82 and 46. They're obviously going for 100 wins on the season, but beyond just 100 wins, trying to win that National League West Division crown. Fastball, 96 on the radar gun, in there for strike number 2. Chases a circle change out of the strike zone. Struck him out, so 2 strikeouts to start the ball game for Pratt. Here in the top of the first.
Third, the center fielder.
Don't forget to hydrate.
Willie Mays.
Willie Mays. Say hey, Willie. Legendary ball player from yesteryear. In this fictional season, he's hitting .311 and has 46 homers. That's a season. Pulls it foul. Strike 1. So Willie Mays played, I think, for the San Francisco Giants in the 50s and 60s, if I'm not mistaken. He had 660 Major League home runs in his illustrious career. Waits on the knuckleball, pulls it foul. Count is no balls and 2 strikes on Willie Mays. Fouls it back behind home plate, out of play. Swinging and misses, strikes out the side here in the top of the first. Half inning of baseball complete here at Crosley Field. It's the Nats, nothing. The Hollywood Avengers coming to bat. This is Avengers Baseball. Thank you for watching. So we go to the bottom of the first. Tommy Glavine, another legendary player in this fictional franchise. He is 11-7 with an exactly 4 ERA, 4.00. He will face Anthony Mackie, switch hitter hitting from the right side. Mackey's hitting .314. He has 15 homers and 61 RBIs. He's the shortstop, and he is the new Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Out in front of the fastball, swinging a miss, strike one. The Nationals are in third place in the National League East. They're 4.5 games back behind the Phillies and the New York Mets. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Inside corner with the fastball, count is 1-2. Pretty good likeness on Tommy Glavine. Tom is pitched for a few teams, but he's most well regarded as a yanks it foul. Count is still 1 ball, 2 strikes. He is known best for being a pitcher on the Atlanta Braves in the 1990s. Late on the fastball, again he's trying to jam him inside, fouls it down the first base line, out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's a deep line drive to center, but playable for Say Hey Willie. And there's the first out here in the bottom of the first. Starting lineup for the Hollywood Avengers: Anthony Mackie's at short, Tom Holland's at second, Chadwick Boseman at third. Mark Ruffalo is your catcher today. Robert Downey Jr. is at first. Dave Bautista in right, Idris Elba in left. Sebastian Stan is the DH, and batting ninth and playing center field, Don Cheadle. Tommy Holland hitting .368 on the season. He is making a charge. That ball is deep, but foul for strike one. 16 homers, 76 RBIs. He carries a 14-game hitting streak into this contest. And Tom Holland, with that .368 batting average, is easily in the top 3 in the National League in batting. And he's going to continue his attempts to climb that hitting ladder. It's a 1-out single for Spider-Man. And the Avengers have their first base runner of the ball game. Here's the replay.
Third baseman, number 20.
So next up is the late, great Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick's hitting .342, 16 homers, 63 RBIs. He himself is carrying an 11-game hitting streak into this contest. So lots of hitting streaks in that Avengers lineup. Another throw to first. Mattingly keeps him close. So 1 out, runner at first.
He's good.
Unfortunately, we lost Chadwick Boseman to colon cancer in real life in 2020. May he rest in peace. High, 1 ball, and no strikes to Black Panther. A little late on the fastball. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. So the statistic on the screen, lower right-hand side, said that 63 RBIs was the leader on the team with the Avengers. That is not true. And that is a foul ball. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boseman's not in first on the team. The league leader in RBIs on the Avengers is Mark Ruffalo with 110. Backs him off the plate, high and tight. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner leads off first. No score, bottom of the first. Second game of a 3-game set between these 2 ball clubs. Again, throw to first. Holland is back. Avengers won yesterday's game against the Nats 7-5. Chris Hemsworth won his 19th game of the season. That's a line drive to center. Will it dunk in there? Yes, it will. So it'll be runners at first and second with 1 out. Black Panther, baby. So that's a 12-game hitting streak for T'Challa. Here's the replay. Next up, the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. .333, 28 homers, 110 RBIs. Runners lead off first and second. Outside ball 1. Tom Holland at second, Chadwick Boseman at first, Mark Ruffalo at home plate. Threatening here in the bottom of the first. Cut fastball high and tight. Count is 2 balls and no strikes to Hulk. .30 count. Will he have the green light on deck? Tony Stark. No green light, I'm taking a pitch. I refuse to swing on a 3-0 pitch. I want the bases loaded. And the bases will be loaded with Avengers for Robert Downey Jr. here in the bottom of the first. Good likeness. That's Tommy Glavine. No, they called the strike. Oh my goodness. Well, one pitch delayed. Now the bases are loaded. I thought that 3-0 pitch was inside, but instead the 3-1 pitch was inside. So the bases are loaded for Tony Stark. Robert Downey Jr., 296, 18 homers, 77 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Glavin. Fouls off the changeup with a curveball. Out of play, strike one. And that's a deep drive. That's got a chance. It is Gunzo. It's a grand slam home run for Tony Stark. We love you, 3000, Tony. Home run number 19 for Iron Man. And the MCU now leads 4-0. Grand salame. Ha ha. Oh yeah. Let's see the replay. Bang. Oh. And it's deep in that right field corner. 366 down the line. So next up, 4-0 lead for the MCU. Dave Bautista steps up to the plate. Swinging and miss the fastball, strike one. Dave's hitting 316. He has 13 homers and 65 RBIs. Pitch is high. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And oh, that's a deep drive. Down the left field line. It's got a chance. Oh, diving catch by the left fielder. Gorgeous play for the second out. Almost didn't get there. Edwin Rosario. Here's the replay. First, I thought it had a chance to hit the wall. Then it didn't even come close to the wall. My eyes deceived me, but again, diving catch. So 2 down, bases empty. Up steps Idris Elba Hemdahl. He's hitting 264. He has 8 homers, 43 runs batted in. Here comes the pitch from Glavin. And that's a line drive. Foul. Count is no balls and 1 strike to Elba Hemdahl. This is pitch number 25 for Glavin. Outside, ball 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Straightaway center, but playable. In front of the warning track, Willie Mays retires aside, but not before a grand slam home run from Robert Downey Jr. gives the MCU a 4-0 advantage at the end of 1. This is Avengers Baseball. So we go to the top of the second. Up steps Don Mattingly. He's hitting 303. He has 20 homers and 68 runs batted in. All-star first baseman for the New York Yankees back in the 1980s and 90s. Swinging to miss the inside fastball, strike 1. So Chris Pratt, who is 12-5, has spotted 4 runs here in the bottom of the first. Got a little lead to play with. In there, strike 2. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. I don't want to jinx things, but Star-Lord looks sharp. Just gets a piece of the changeup, stays alive, count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Fouls it back. In case you're wondering, options, gameplay, hitting difficulty is set to All-Star, pitching difficulty is set to All-Star. Once a game, I like to show that for accountability's sake. 0-2 count to Mattingly. Again, fouls it back behind home plate, out of play. And the at-bat will continue. This is my favorite player growing up in the 80s and 90s in the New York City area. Don Mattingly. Ground ball to the right side. Oh, bobbled by Spider-Man. Throws to first, not in time. That should probably be an E4. No, they're giving him a base hit. I don't know if I agree with the scorer's table on that one. I think that's a play that Tom Holland should have made. Nevertheless, Tim Anderson is up. He's hitting 285, 17 homers, 59 RBIs. Runner at first, nobody out. Fastball in there, 96 on the radar gun for strike 1. Fouls off the knuckler. Count is 0-2. And he jams him, pops it up. Tony Stark is there, makes the catch for the first out. Defensive alignment for the Avengers in the outfield from left to right is Idris Elba, Don Cheadle, and Dave Bautista. And in the infield, Chadwick Boseman, Anthony Mackie, Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr. with Mark Ruffalo behind home plate. So next up is the left fielder, Eddie Rosario, 284, 25 homers, 78 runs batted in. And that's a line drive the other way. Elba is there, and there are two away. Third baseman Matt Chapman steps up, hitting 248, 15 homers, 66 RBIs. As you can see from the on-screen stat, August has been a difficult month for Matt Chapman. Actually, July and August. And not evidenced by this at-bat, he puts a charge into that one. Off the top of the wall, gets past him. He's going to have himself an RBI double. And it's a 4-1 lead here with 2 outs. My goodness. Double number 24 for Chapman. Just as soon as I talk smack about his inability to hit the last 2 months, he crushes one for an RBI double. And it's 4-1. So next up, catcher Will Smith, 212, 9 homers, 22 RBIs. I won't be making that mistake again. At the knees, strike one. Grounded to third, fielded by T'Challa, throws to first in time, side is retired. But they do get a run on the RBI double by Chapman. And after an inning and a half of baseball, it's the Avengers 4, the Nationals 1. We go to the bottom of the second. Up steps Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldier. He's hitting 278, 9 homers, 40 RBIs. Here comes the pitch from Glavin. Grounded to third. Chapman fields, fires. Got him. 1 pitch, 1 away. Next up is the number 9 hitter, center fielder Don Cheadle, hitting 277. He has 10 homers, 59 RBIs. Switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Glavin. Pitches low, ball 1. A little late on the fastball, fouls it down the right field line, out of play. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's a line drive, but I have a feeling Rosario will make the catch, and he will for the second out.
The batter, number 9.
2 down, bases empty. Lineup turns over for the Avengers. Mackie, who lined out in the first, steps up for his second plate appearance. Low, ball 1.
No strike.
Just fouls off the changeup. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Sam Wilson. Ground ball through the left side. It is a single. Cut the check. Anthony Mackie has a 2-out single to keep the bottom of the second going. Tommy Holland had a single in his first at-bat. He's up again. Runner at first. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Respecting the speed of Mackie at first. Fastest player on the team. Pitches outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Tommy Holland has 36 doubles. On pace for, I would say, 50 doubles on the season. We're in late August. Grounder to third. Fielded. Throws to second for the force to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. At the end of 2 innings of play, it's 4-1. Avengers lead. So we go to the top of the third. Up steps Jalen Miller. Second baseman's hitting 237 on the season. Chris Pratt deals. Fastball in there, strike one. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Subscriptions are the lifeblood of YouTube channels. Swing it to miss out in front of the circle. Change counters quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Obviously, I love to play sports games. I love to play baseball games. I love to do play-by-play. Fouls off the Vulcan change. Count will remain 0-2. So, I genuinely appreciate your presence here on the stream. Grounder to third, fielded by T'Challa. Throws to first, in time, 1 away. So it's a 4-1 lead here in the top of the third. And the standings in the National League West, as you can see, the Hollywood Avengers are 1 game out of first place behind the Los Angeles Dodgers. If they win, they'll be a half game back. Next up, the leadoff man Tyrone Taylor, who struck out in the first, second plate appearance. Here comes the pitch. Fastball in there, strike 1. Slicing down the right field line, racing over towards the line is Bautista, makes the catch for out number 2. Drax the Destroyer. Next up, Pee Wee Reese. Pee Wee Reese struck out in the first, 0 for 1. He played for the Brooklyn Dodgers when the LA Dodgers were still in New York City, still in Brooklyn. Back, I would say, in the 1950s. He was kind of like the answer to Phil Rizzuto for Brooklyn. Fastball in there, strike 1. What I mean by that is that there was a rivalry for New York baseball teams, New York Yankees versus Brooklyn Dodgers. The Yankees had Phil Rizzuto at shortstop, and the Brooklyn Dodgers had Pee Wee Reese. Just missed outside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Cut fastball inside, 2-1. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Just gets a piece of that knuckleball. Count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. 4-1 lead for the MCU. Strike 3 called. Thought it was low, but called third strike, and the inning is over. 2.5 gone by here at Crosley Field. It's still a 3-run ball game. MCU leads 4-1. So we go to the bottom of the third. Up steps Chadwick Boseman. Had a single and a run scored. He's 4 for 5 in this series so far.
Number 20.
Line drive up the middle and through. It is a leadoff single. Black Panther, Wakanda forever. Next up, the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. Let's go, says the Outlander. Welcome to the stream. Breaking ball low and inside ball 1 to Ruffalo. You missed a grand slam home run in the bottom of the first by Robert Downey Jr. to take a 4-0 lead for the MCU. It was glorious. And that ball is through the middle. It's a ground ball with eyes. Now there's 2 on and nobody out here in the bottom of the third. You are obviously good luck, Mr. Outlander. The minute you show up, the Avengers get hits. Next up, the Grand Slam man, Robert Downey Jr., 19 homers, 81 RBIs now. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Grand Slam in first. And that's going to be in there, rounding third and heading home. It's going to be an RBI single. His 5th RBI of this game, and the MCU now leads 5-1 here in the third. Pitching coach is going out to the mound to have a conversation with Tommy Glavine. Still nobody out. Runners at first and third for Drax the Destroyer, Dave Bautista. Can get that runner home from third with less than 2 outs. Pops it up behind home plate, out of play for strike 1. Fastball outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Outside 2-1. Grounder towards the hole, over to second for 1, back to first, safe. So you'll call that a fielder's choice. RBI ground out. Runner from third scores. It's 6-1 MCU, so it's a productive out for Drax the Destroyer, and it is a 5-run lead for the Avengers here at Crosley Field. Next up, Idris Elba, 0 for 1, flew out in the first. Runner at first, 1 away. Not a good start for Tommy Glavine. He's a legendary pitcher. Pitch is high, ball 1. Glavine, if I'm not mistaken, eclipsed 300 wins in his Major League career. He was a 20-game winner with the Atlanta Braves several times, went to the World Series. Popped it up behind home plate, out of play. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Throw to first, he's back. Bautista has base stealing potential. He's got speed. Idris is Hemdahl in the Thor franchise in the MCU. Down and in, 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, runner leads off first, 1 down. And he grounds it foul up the third base line. Count will even at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 6-1 Avengers here in the third. Glavine sets and delivers. And late on the fastball, fouls it down the right field line, out of play. Avengers are 82-46. They're a full game behind the Dodgers. They win this game, they're a half a game behind them. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Will the runner be off at first with 1 out? I doubt it. They don't want to have a strike him out, throw him out situation. So here comes the full count pitch. Grounds it up the third base line. It's fair pull. Over to second for 1. Back to first. Safe, so it's fielder's choice. Tried for the round the horn double play. Got the out at second. So there's 2 away. Runner at first. And up will step the Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan. Stan is 0 for 1 today with a ground out. And he's late on the fastball, slicing, out of play. 4 strike 1. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Will Smith. Throws to first for no apparent reason. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Whipping the ball down the first base is just asking for disaster. I never understood it when pitchers did that. Count is 2-1. You're just asking the first baseman to make an error. You're not going to get him out. Outside, hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Don Cheadle, James Rhodes. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Fouls it back, so the count will be full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner at first will be in motion with the pitch. Here it comes from Glavine. And he pops it up in the infield. Mattingly on the infield grass makes the catch to retire the side. But 2 more runs cross the plate for the Avengers. And after 3 innings of baseball here at Crosley, it's the Hollywood Avengers 6, the Washington Nationals 1. So let's go to the top of the 4th. Up steps Willie Mays, struck out in the first. He is 2 for 4 in this series. 0 for 1 today. Fastball, strike 1. Fouls off the knuckler. Count is 0-2. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. Strikeout number 5 for Chris Pratt. Is the replay. It just took a little off. Got him out in front. Next up, Donnie Baseball. Don has a hit in his first at-bat. Pops it up. Right side, there is Bozeman for the 2nd out. So 2 down, up steps Tim Anderson, who popped out in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. It's 6-1 Avengers here at the top of the 4th. Fastball 96 on the radar guns, in there, strike 1. This is Avengers baseball. I am RC Robbin. Fouls it off. The cut fastball count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Imagine if the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe were to play Major League Baseball against legends past and present, and that's what you'd have here. Every game, no skipped innings, no simulated games. Swing and a miss out in front. Strike 3. Side retired. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Star-Lord. And after 3.5, the score remains 6-1 Avengers. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Up steps War Machine Don Cheadle. Lined out in the 2nd, he's 0 for 1. Glavin, having given up 6 runs, is still out there pitching. I don't know why. The pitch is high, ball 1. 3+ innings, 6 earned runs, and he's still pitching. Out in front of the changeup, swinging a miss, strike 1. And that's a drive to the track. Makes the catch. He hit it on the nose, but there's a lot of real estate out there in center field for Willie Mays to patrol. Next up, the leadoff man, Anthony Mackie, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Averages at .315. Here comes the pitch. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Mackie was 3 for 4 yesterday. Low, ball 1. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball high, checks the swing, count as 2-1. Drive down the right field line in foul territory, racing over to make the catch. It's Tyrone Taylor. There it's 2-way. Next up, Tom Holland. He's 3 for 6 in this series. He has a single today and a run scored. Here comes the pitch from Glavin. And he ropes it foul. Strike 1. Tom Holland is trying to win a batting title with that average. It's up around .360. And that's his 2nd hit of the ball game. And if you want to win a batting title, that's how you do it. 2 for 3 today. It's a 2-out single here in the 4th. Hits leaders on the team. Holland has 181 entering play, so he's at 183. This is probably a cinch to get 200 hits. We have a month and a half left. Chadwick Boseman is 2 for 2. 2 singles, 2 runs scored. 2 outs. Quick throw to first is back. This would be a good time for Holland to take off and try to steal second, get into scoring position so that a single can get them another insurance run. Let's see what happens. High and outside, ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Ground ball up the middle and through. And he's gonna stop at second. I thought he was gonna make a turn. He made a big turn at second. Looked like he was gonna go to third and changed his mind. But it's 3 for 3, Chadwick Boseman. This is just a classic ground ball with eyes. I thought he was gonna catch up to it, knock it down, maybe flip it to second for the force, but not the case. And the manager of the Nationals has seen enough. He wants the right-hander out of the bullpen. Jeff Samardzija coming in for his 34th appearance out of the bullpen. He's 5 and 6 with a 5.22 earned run average. So he will face Mark Ruffalo, who singled. He's 1 for 1. And that's a deep drive. It's got a chance. He goes back. He leaps. It's off the top of the wall. Run scores. 2-run score. It's going to be a 2-run double for the Hulk smash. RBI's number 111 and 112 and double number 33 on the season as Mark Ruffalo gives the Hollywood Avengers an 8-1 lead. You're not that tall. You're not that guy. Next up, Tony Stark, who has 5 RBIs today and is 2 for 2. Out in front of the splitter, swinging a miss, strike 1. So there's 2 away. Runner at second in scoring position. Samardzija deals. And that is a line drive to center. Playable for Mays. And the side is retired. But the Avengers scored 2 more times on the 2-run double by the Hulk. And after 4 innings of baseball here at Crosley, it's 8-1 Avengers. Love me a blowout. Love me a blowout. So we go to the top of the fifth. Up steps Rosario. Eddie Rosario flew out in the second. He is 0 for 1.
Eddie Rosario.
Fastball looked high, called a strike with the home plate umpire. Count is 0 and 1. Grounder up the middle, off the face, off the stomach. Strong throw in time. Gorgeous play by Peter Quill. Knocked it down with his body, his midsection. Picked it up through to first, then went down to a knee. Is the trainer going to come out? I mean, that's his job. Can they come out and check him out? No, well, he's I guess he's fine. He's on the mound, continuing to pitch. Matt Chapman has an RBI double today, responsible for the only run for the Nationals on the scoreboard today. And he fouls it down the right field line, out of play for strike one. We'll have to see how that shot to the midsection affects him. Hard line drive towards left center field. Racing back is Don Cheadle in front of the warning track. Makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting.
Next up, Will Smith. Grounded out in the second. He is 0 for 5 in this series so far. Swing and a miss. Fastball, strike 1. Pops it up, left side. On the infield grass is Black Panther to retire the side. So, 4.5 here at Crosley. It's 8-1 Avengers. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. Up steps Dave Bautista, who is an RBI groundout today. He is 0 for 2, facing Samardzija. Pitches inside, ball 1. Austin Voth, the right-hander, and Al Leiter, the left-hander, getting loose in the Nationals bullpen. Apparently they have nobody else in their bullpen because Samardzija and Leiter pitch every day, it seems. Two-hopper to third. Long throw in time, 1 away. The line for Tommy Glavine, 3 2/3, 9 hits, 8 earned runs. Now that is the ugly stat line. Idris Elba's 0 for 2. 1 out, bottom of the fifth. 7-run lead for the Avengers. Checks the swing, pitches outside, ball 1. Chases a 2-seam fastball outside. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouls it off, 1 and 2. And it is a slow bouncer jumping off the mound as Samardzija throws to first in time, and that's the 2nd out. Nice athletic play from Jeff Samardzija. Next up, Sebastian Stan, who is 0 for 2. Line drive to right over the head of the first baseman. It is a 2-out single for the Winter Soldier. And the bottom of the fifth will continue. Batting leaders, teams batting leaders in the National League. The Avengers lead all teams with a .310 average. Interestingly enough, the first place Dodgers are in second place, 296. So, switch hitting, Don Cheadle turns around, bats from the left side. He's 0 for 2. And that's a line drive caught by Don Mattingly to retire the side, flashing that gold glove leather that is historically accurate for Don Mattingly. Here's the replay. However, end of 5. It's a complete ball game. It's an official ball game. 7-run lead for the Avengers. They lead 8-1. We go to the top of the 6th. Jaden Miller. Jaden or Jalen? Jalen Miller steps up. Chris Pratt deals.
Jalen Miller.
Fastball in there. Strike 197 on the radar gun. Inside corner, strike 2. And he jams him. Short fly ball to right. Caught by Drax the Destroyer for the first out.
The right fielder, number 15.
Lineup turns over for the Nationals. Tyrone Taylor, the right fielder, steps up. He's 0 for 2. It's his third plate appearance. Here's the pitch. Fouls off the high and outside fastball for strike one. Changeup floats in there for strike two. Pitch count, pretty reasonable. 5 1/3, 53rd pitch. Out in front, swing and a miss. Struck him out swinging at strikeout number 7 for Star-Lord. Here's the replay. Was it a strike? Yes, it was. He just was way out in front of the change of speed. So, 2 out. Up steps Pee Wee Reese, who's 0 for 2. Fastball in there, strike one.
0-1.
Fly ball to center. There is Don Cheadle to retire the side. So 5.5 complete. Avengers lead 8-1. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Up steps Anthony Mackie, 1 for 3 with a single. Hitting from the left side against the righty Samardzija. Jams him high and tight, ball one. Check that, strike one. I don't know why that graphic always says everybody is in first place on the team. Line drive caught by Pee Wee at short. His counterpart records out number 1. Next up, Tom Holland hitting .369 on the season. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles. Wants that batting title. Out in front of the split finger fastball, swinging a miss for strike one. Long way to go. We're in late August. So, thoughts of a batting title. It's hard not to think of a batting title when you get a 3rd hit of the ball game. It's a 1-out single for Tommy Holland. 3 hits today for Spider-Man. And his average is probably over 370 now. Here's the replay. He's a hit machine. Next up, Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick has 3 hits as well. He's 3 for 3. Quick pitch over to first. Pickoff attempt. And it is a bouncer up the third base line, foul ball. Strike one. Chadwick's hitting .347. It's a good average. And he's going. Pitches in there for a strike. Throw down is not in time, in the dirt. It's a stolen base for Spider-Man. And that's a runner in scoring position now with only 1 out. What's the plan today? My plan is after this to take a break, go out and have dinner with the wife. And then I'd say about 2 or 3 hours from now, jumping on Grand Theft Auto 3 from the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, remastered for like an hour or so. So plan is GTA. Pops it up, out of play, into the dugout. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. Runner in scoring position for Boseman. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop. Routine play for Reese. Over to first, there's 2 away. What is your plan today, Mr. Outlander? Let my viewers know. The Outlander Show has an awesome streaming channel on YouTube himself. Got to check his stuff out. Throw a couple of likes his way. Up next, Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo has 2 RBIs today, 2 hits.
Ball one.
Fastball high, ball one. Mark leads the team with 112 RBIs. I'd like to see how many RBIs he gets before the season is over. Fastball outside, 2 balls and no strikes. And that's a deep drive. Back goes the center fielder on the track, makes the catch to retire the side. Flirted with another double off the wall, but not to be. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. At the end of 6, it's 8-1. Avengers lead. This is the MCU. I'm working, LOL. Well, listen, I'm sorry to hear that. Up next, Willie Mays. I like to watch your live streams. They're fun. They're fun. Fastball from Pratt is in there, strike one. We're in the top of the 7th. Knuckleball is high. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. So Pratt is well on his way to getting his 13th victory of the season. Swing and a miss. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chris Hemsworth has 19 wins. Tom Hiddleston has 15 wins, but Tom Hiddleston is actually on the IR. He's out for about a week or 2 with a concussion issue. He'll be back before the end of the season. Slicing down the right field line, out of play. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. And then third on the team in victories is Chris Pratt right now at 12-5. I don't want to jinx him, but with an 8-1 lead, it's as safe as it gets. Fouls off the changeup. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mays. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Chased that low down and away breaking ball. Strikeout number 8 for Chris Pratt. Don't forget to hydrate. Hydrate. So yeah, so if you are at work, Mr. Outlander, listening, my plan is to do a little bit of Grand Theft Auto. The radio in the car on Grand Theft Auto is entertaining to listen to. Up next with 1 out is Don Mattingly. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Fastball in there, strike 1. IFT Nation, good day as well. Welcome to the stream. Always nice to see your name in the chat box. Just to keep you caught up on what's going on here. This is game number 129 out of 162 game regular season in baseball. Oh, that's a deep drive. I don't think anybody's going to get that one. Back to the track, looking up, it's gone. That's a solo home run for Don Mattingly, home run number 21 on the season. And the Avengers now lead 8-2 here in the 7th. Well, no reason to have a panic attack over it. It's still a 6-run ball game for the Avengers. As I was saying, IFT Nation, nearing the end of the season in this season-long franchise, the Avengers are fighting for first place in their division. They're like about a half a game back after today. The record is 82 wins and 46 losses.
The batter, the designated hitter, Tim Anderson.
And Tim Anderson steps to the plate and hits it foul for strike 1. So 8-2 here in the 7th. Just gets a piece of the circle change, fouls it back. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Anderson. Here's the pitch. And that is a drive to left. There is Idris Elba. No, that's it for the 2nd out. Pardon me, I was getting a little ahead of myself. Thought it was out number 3. That's only the 2nd out of the inning. So with 2 out, up steps Eddie Rosario, who was 0 for 2. Circle change inside, ball 1. Just gets a piece of the cut fastball. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. So there's a 3-game set at home against the Nationals. The Avengers won game 1, 7-5. This is game 2. Avengers winning 8-2. Fouls it off. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. So they win this game, they'll have automatically won the series, and they'll be going for the sweep, a 3-game sweep tomorrow. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate, and the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. What difficulty am I playing on? I am playing, actually it's a good opportunity to show what I'm playing. Options, gameplay. Hitting difficulty is set to All-Star. Pitching difficulty is set to All-Star. All-Star is basically like somewhere in the middle. I'm not looking to impress anybody. I'm just looking to have a good time. It starts out at Rookie, Veteran, and then All-Star. So it's the 3rd level up. And then after that, I think, is Legendary and Hall of Fame, or Hall of Fame and Legendary. So there are 5 difficulty settings, and I'm on, I guess, number 3. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Considering that it's 8-2, maybe I need to move it up a notch, but my plan is to play at All-Star for hitting and pitching for the entire season to see what stats I get and what the record is. So, called 3rd strike. Rosario does not like the call. Regardless, The side is retired. Don Mattingly, solo shot number 21. The end is 7. No, check that. After 6.5. The Avengers 8, Nationals 2. Get up and stretch. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Mr. IFT, it does vibrate if they are a heavy hitter. The controller does vibrate in pressure clutch situations when runners are on base. So up next to lead off the bottom of the 7th is Robert Downey Jr. He has a grand slam home run and an RBI single. He's got 5 RBIs today. Hell of a game for Tony. Pulls the slider down the right field line, out of play, strike 1. I love this game. If you're wondering why I'm still playing MLB The Show 20, it's honestly because I just can't, once I start something, I have to finish. Maybe it's an OCD type thing. I started this season, it's game number 129, I need to get through it. I can't transfer the team over, so pitch is low, count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once this season is over, I will be putting this game to bed to rest, saying goodnight. And that's a line drive headed towards the right fielder. Warning track makes the over-the-shoulder catch for the first out. And of course, we must always hydrate. Must always hydrate. Always hydrate. Water's good for you. 1 out, up steps Drax the Destroyer. Dave Bautista is from the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. Samardzija sets and delivers. Swing and a miss out in front of the splitter. Count as 0-1. I know you probably know this, but oh, that ball is deep, but it will curve out of play, a foul ball. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. I know you know this, but Dave Bautista was once a professional wrestler in the WWE. Ball 1, count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Before he became an actor. Did he check it?
What do you got?
Yes, he did, according to the first base umpire. The count evens. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Saw your TikToks. Yeah, I just recently made a TikTok account. I'm having fun with making the shorter videos. Booted. Jalen Miller picks it up, throws, not in time. They should give him an error on that. E4, error for Jalen Miller.
Number 63.
I mean, this is a routine play for any second baseman. Just boot, hits the heel of the glove, keeps it in front of him, but by the time he gets the ball over there, Bautista has legged it out, reached on an error. So 1 out. Up steps Idris Elba, who is 0 for 3. Yeah, I'm experimenting with the TikTok thing. I mean, I love YouTube. I love the longer stuff. He did do MMA also, Mr. Outlander, to throwing his 2 cents in. I know you are a MMA master yourself. Those of you that don't know, Mr. Outlander has a history with the MMA. I'm sure the Outlander has had more than 1 fight. Line drive caught by Jalen Miller for the 2nd out. Line drive. Hit it on the nose, but right at the second baseman.
Number 16.
Up next, 2 down, runner at first, Sebastian Stan 1 for 3 with a single. Here comes the pitch. Fastball in the dirt, blocked nicely by Smith. Count is 1 ball, no strikes. So yeah, I'm enjoying TikTok. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with the channel. I think I like, over the head of Jalen Miller heading towards the gap. He's going to make a big turn at first. The runner at first will go to third, so it'll be 1st and 3rd with 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th on that bloop base hit towards the right center field gap. They held him to a single, but it'll be 1st and 3rd.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Pitching change for the Nationals. Austin Voth, the right-hander, his 62nd appearance. He's 7-4 with a 5 ERA, 5.00. He will face the switch hitter Don Cheadle, who's 0 for 3 today. A turnaround hit from the left side. And he swings at the first pitch and pops it up. A shallow fly to center. And the side is retired. So no runs, 2 hits, 2 left on at the end of 7 innings of play. It's the Avengers 8, the Nationals 2. This is Avengers Baseball. So we go to the top of the 8th inning. Matt Chapman is 1 for 2 with an RBI double. Here comes the pitch from Pratt. He's only thrown 73 pitches. There's no reason to get him out of there yet unless he gets into trouble. Fastball in there, strike 1. So for those of you that are interested in watching some more live streaming tonight, pulls it foul, count is 0-2. I'm going to take a dinner break. I would say maybe an hour or two. And then later on this evening, I'm going to come back and play some Grand Theft Auto Trilogy. More specifically, Grand Theft Auto 3, GTA 3. So, if you're interested in... Oh, called strike 3. I think that's strikeout number 9 for Star-Lord. No, double digits. Double digits for Chris Pratt in strikeouts. Strikeout number 10. Yes, I started GTA. I have 2 videos on my YouTube channel dedicated to GTA 3. So far, this will be video number 3. If you're interested, just scroll down my YouTube channel page. There's a playlist dedicated to Grand Theft Auto. Either way, if you want to join tonight, it should be some fun. The game is just fun to watch. It's a lot of mayhem. You drive around, run over people. It's just a barrel of laughs. And also, there's the radio has got some decent tunes and some ridiculous on-air personalities. I really like GTA. I'm not sure if I'm going to complete GTA 3. I'm probably going to play GTA 3 for a few more sessions. In there, strike 1, count as 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm going to play GTA 3 for like 2 or 3 more sessions. And then I'm going to go and play Vice City. I'm going to finish Vice City and finish San Andreas. That's my plan, but we'll see what happens. Count me in, says IFT Nation. Thank you very much, sir. Pitches inside, count as 2 balls and 1 strike. 6-run lead for the MCU here in the top of the 8th. 1 out, bases empty, 2-1 lead to Will Smith. Here's the pitch. And it's a fly ball to left. Near the line is Elba. Makes the catch for the 2nd out. I wish I could give you an exact time. I'm not really sure. I have to spend some time with the wife. Got to go out and get something to eat. Maybe there'll be a drive afterwards. Some Starbucks coffee. Some iced coffee. Drive around a little bit. Then when I get home and settle in, I turn on the video game system. Knuckleball floats in there at the knees for strike 1. So, for those of you that are interested, I will see you later on this evening. Cut fastball, foul back. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. This might be Pratt's last inning, I think. I think this is going to be his last inning no matter what. Someone else will come in and pitch tonight. And that's a line drive. Racing over is Idris. Makes the diving attempt and does not come up with it. He's going to play that into a double.
He's in there. He's safe.
Does my wife like that I stream? My wife doesn't care that I stream, luckily for me. Because if you ask whether she likes streaming, she does not like streaming. She does not like video games. She thinks it's a waste of time. I have to agree with her, but I really like wasting my time in this fashion. It's fun. It's productive. Well, it's not productive. That's the wrong term. It's not destructive. I mean, I could be drinking and smoking and going out to sex clubs. You know, this is you know, it's not a destructive habit. It's not smoking cigarettes. It's not drinking alcohol. It's not hanging out with the boys. You know, I'm home. I'm playing video games. I'm not hurting anybody. So, you know, she doesn't mind it. And I leave her alone. She works on the computer. She's a graphic designer. But that's a little too much information already. Fly ball to center. Cheadle is back in front of the warning track to retire the side. I appreciate you as well, Mr. IFT Nation. I sincerely do. I'm not just saying that. Thank you for your time and energy. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 6-run lead for the MCU. They lead 8-2. Bottom of the 8th, up steps the leadoff man, Anthony Mackie, for his 5th plate appearance. He's 1 for 4 today. Here comes the pitch from Austin Voth in his 2nd inning of work. And that's a drive, but I think it will be playable. Wait, it's got a chance. Back to the track, he leaps. Oh, what a catch. Say hey, Willie. What a catch by Willie Mays in center. Took that home run away. Let's watch it while I drink some water and get hydrated. Oh. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Next up, Tom Holland, 3 for 4 today. In seeking a batting title, 3 for 4. Swings the first pitch, skies it to right. Easy play for Tyrone Taylor. And there are 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 8th. I need to go to the bullpen. Hold on a second. Manager's office, bullpen. Righty, righty, lefty. Let's go Paul Bettany. Warm up Paul Bettany. And we're going to schedule to put him in the game. Okay. 2 outs. Bases empty. Bottom of the 8th. Up next is Chadwick Boseman, who has 3 for 4 today. And that's a line drive. It is caught by the left fielder, Rosario. It's a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the 9th inning. Last licks for the Washington Nationals. They need 6 runs to tie. This is Avengers baseball. Do you want to change pitchers? Not yet. I want to give them another opportunity to throw in the bullpen.
Leading off for the Nationals, the shortstop.
I didn't give him enough time to warm up. Pops it up. Out of play, strike 1. Maybe he'll come in next at bat. Slicing, foul. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. And that's a line drive, headed over. He will not make the play, and it will roll all the way to the wall. Backing up and not doing a very good job of it is Don Cheadle, but he will hold at second. So it's a leadoff double for Pee Wee Reese's 25th double of the season. And here's the replay. Hits a line drive in that left center field gap. Idris Elba tries to cut it off unsuccessfully. It's a 6-run game, so he's basically just trying to taking chances in the outfield. So next up is Say Hey Willie. The manager will go to the bullpen and will bring in ready and waiting, put in the game. That'll be all. 8 innings, 2 earned runs. He's responsible for the runner at second. And in comes Vision. His 33rd appearance out of the bullpen. Paul Bettany is 2-1 with a 3.92 earned run average. He will face Willie Mays. And that's a line drive to center. Racing over is Don Cheadle to make the catch for the first out of the inning. First out in the 9th. I was almost said second out. Do I have specific streaming days, or is it when I can? Well, I'll be honest with you. I've been pretty active. I'm almost streaming every day. I don't stream on Thursday because I play Dungeons and Dragons on Thursday evening, so I don't stream on Thursday. But pretty much every other day of the week, I'm streaming. Fastball in there, strike 1, 101 miles an hour. Sometimes I stream twice a day. Sometimes I get on, like for instance, today, I'm doing the baseball. This is one stream. I'm going to go out for dinner, and I'm going to come back and then do GTA. So it's actually 2 streams in one day. So there are some days where I double dip. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Ruffalo. Count as 1 ball, 1 strike. Thank you, Mr. IFT. I really appreciate it. And that's a line drive to center. Again, Don Cheadle in position makes the catch. There are 2 away in the 9th, and the Washington Nationals are down to their final out of the game. So representing the final out, Tim Anderson is 0 for 3. Breaking ball low, ball 1. Curveball inside and low, 2 balls and no strikes. That's a bloop that will dunk in there for a hit. That's going to be an RBI single with 2 outs for Tim Anderson, and the Avengers now lead 8-3. So he refuses, Tim Anderson refuses to be the final out of the game. Next up, Eddie Rosario, left-handed hitter, 0 for 3, 1 for 7 in this series. And he hits a fly ball, tough play for Idris. He will make the running catch to retire the side. Ball game over. Avengers win 8-3, and they take the first 2 games of this 3-game series at home against the Washington Nationals. That is win number 83 on the season for the Avengers. They're 83-46. The win will go to Chris Pratt, Star-Lord from the Guardians of the Galaxy. He is now 13-5. Here is the score sheet. Up at the top of the screen, you have Hollywood Avengers, 8 runs, 13 hits, no errors. Washington Nationals, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Again, the winning pitcher, Chris Pratt, win number 13. The loss goes to the legendary Tom Glavine. And Robert Downey Jr. is the player of the game. He had a first inning grand slam home run. He had 5 RBIs in the game. He is Tony Stark. He is Iron Man. And this has been a presentation of Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you so much for joining me. Special thank you to Mr. Outlander and also IFT Nation. Guys, I sincerely appreciate the time that you put in. Thank you for showing up and commenting. You are the best. You're both the best. And anybody else that happened to be hiding in the background, thank you as well. So again, the final here at Crosley Field, the Hollywood Avengers win 8-3. Take care. I will see you again later on tonight. Have a great evening.